Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Monday, the 20th of October. More progress on government roads of national significance. The NZTA board's endorsing all the investment cases. They include highway sections in Northland, Nelson, Hamilton and Wellington, and a second Mount Vic tunnel. Political reporter Ethan Griffiths has more.
NZTA's approved more than $675 million in funding for consenting, design, investigation and early works for the projects. More than $515 million is expected to be used to acquire local property to let projects start.
Inflation continues to be hardest on those with only just enough. Inflation hit 3% in the year to September, driven by higher costs for power, rates, rents and food. The Herald's Liam Dan says those whose money goes mainly on those essentials will have felt it more.
If you're spending most of your income to just get by week to week, and that's going on rent, food, power and or rates, that is going to be clearly higher.
Labour's announced its first major election policy, keeping some details under wraps. It's pitching a future fund to invest in Kiwi businesses, with an initial $200 million government contribution and existing assets. Leader Chris Hipkins isn't confirming which assets.
There are some commercial sensitivities involved. There's also a need to manage a process to work alongside the people who would potentially be affected by that.
Finance spokesperson Barbara Edmonds says they want the fund as soon as possible.
I make no apology for the fact that we have to start somewhere. And I believe that this is one way we can create a future where our families and Kiwis want to stay here.
Severe weather is wreaking havoc in the south, grounding some Dunedin plains and closing roads. Orange heavy rain warnings cover Westland, Canterbury and Fiordland, and strong wind warnings for Marlborough and Canterbury. Slips have closed Westland's Haast Jackson Road. Met Services Lewis Ferris says it's been windiest in high spots.
We have seen gusts get to around that 120 km/h mark around Port Chalmers, Dunedin Airport, even Roxburgh Airport around that 110 km/h mark.
ANZ slamming the government excluding its legal case from lending law changes. The government's accepting select committee recommendations on the Credit Contracts and Consumer Finance Amendment Bill. It means loan disclosure errors before and after 2019 will be dealt with the same. Ongoing court cases will be exempt. Jordan Dunn reports.
ANZ-NZ CEO Antonia Watson says the carve-out is unfair and it's surprising MPs are okay with a case going ahead under law recognised as bad. She says it sets a poor precedent and asks what happened to treating everyone equally under the law.
Former Prime Minister Jim Bolger's funeral is being held at his local church this week. A requiem mass will be held at 11 a.m. on Thursday at Our Lady of Kapiti Catholic Church. In sport, Lou Vincent has attributed a positive reception from former teammates and cricket fans for helping him re-emerge in the sport after his life ban for match fixing was overturned. Kiwi squash gun Paul Cole is through to the round of 16 at the US Open. It reckons he's now more chilled and adept at coping with the pressures of top-level squash. Coach Giancarlo Italiano has revealed the Wellington Phoenix communal approach to goal scoring for this A-League season, saying if every attacker nets 4 or 5 times, the Knicks will have a great year. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.